State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. You can play sports at the next level. Go to LTURecruitYourself.com today. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. Warrior Hockey. Breakthrough. The Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. For schedule, scores, and standings, go to the hub, mihshockeyhub.com. Reaction Technologies, up your game. Go to reactiontechsports.com for more information. Lakemore Resort is a luxury lakefront property located 15 minutes from Traverse City. Open year-round. Go to lakemoreresort.com to book your stay. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
And welcome to beautiful Traverse City, Michigan, where we've got exciting MHSAA hockey for you all weekend long. Count them, 5 games this weekend on Game Time Live. Thanks to the great people up here, we are staying at the beautiful Lakemore Resorts this weekend. And Mike, we got a dandy to get things started this weekend. How about Marquette taking on Forest Hill Central?
Well, Marquette's going to lean heavily on Cole Kelly, a Wall nominee. In net, he's facing 30 shots a game, but after a 6-5 loss to Jeffers, I think Coach Garrow's going to have that team tighten down those D, and we're going to see a good one.
And the Rangers are one of the teams to look out for on the west side of the state. They got a lot going for them.
Yep, Benny Milak, when we were up here last year, best player on the ice every time he stepped out, but let's not forget about Eli Lipke and the offensive defenseman Gibby Grindel skating the puck up. They got a lot of talent.
Well, we've got 5 games for you, and it starts next right here on Game Time Live.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sennebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
And welcome back into Traverse City. So glad you could join us wherever you may be. He is Mike Iversel. I'm Sean Belegian. We are just a few minutes away from dropping the puck here. Our first of 5 games this weekend, and we couldn't be happier to be bringing them. But, Mike, this will be a very intriguing matchup between Marquette and Forest Hill Central.
Yes, as we were talking in our pregame, Sean, we know what happened to Marquette last game. We've talked to Coach Garrow. These boys are ready to play. They're going to have to lock it down for their goaltender and stop a heavy offensive team in Forest Hills. 2
teams that have aspirations of making it to USA Hockey Arena. Make no mistake about that. We've seen them both there recently. They want to get themselves back. No doubt about that. The crew's all up here, including I can't wait for you guys to see the new and improved Kid Cam. And not just the new and improved Kid Cam, but the new and improved John Kidd, taking a page out of the World Junior Championships, Mike, that I know for a fact Mike watched a lot of that, as I'm sure many of you did. Johnny's in all white today.
Yep, so you're going to have to look closely when he's on the ice with that Kid Cam. See if you can spot where's John Kidd.
Lots of friends to give shout-outs to. Always love to say hi to so many in the Ranger family. A couple of buddies of mine were involved with the hockey program back in the day, and a connection between 2. Assistant coach Mark Beaufait, former assistant coach Mark Beaufait of the Forest Hills Central Rangers, has some pretty big connections to Marquette as well. He was a member of that 1991 national champion. So we have to give a shout out to our friends at third base and to the 906. We had a fun night at the 906, and a special shout out to the bartender who was giving me a hassle for wearing a Montreal Canadiens hat. So that's for you. I wanted to point that out to you right away to let you know. But, Mike, should be a fun game here today. Hello to everybody watching us wherever you are.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
And welcome back in. There's a live look at the kid cam. Right in your front room or your laptop. Whatever digital device you're using, thank you for inviting us into your computers, your phones, your laptops. As there's John Kidd in the all-white out there with that kid cam. Just about 5 minutes away from dropping the puck here. Up in beautiful Traverse City. Of course there's snow, Mike. Not as much as last year. We had a lot of snow when we were up here this week a year ago, but very picturesque nonetheless. And I can't say enough about the hospitality up here and certainly where we're staying. There's a good look at a pretty darn good goaltender as well. He is, after all, on our wall list, number 35, Cole Kelly.
We're going to be expecting big things out of Mr. Kelly. You know, this whole Sentinel team wanted to get back on the ice to make up for their last loss against Jeffers.
Really looking forward to this one. We'll take a look at the lines in just a moment on both teams. As a matter of fact, why don't we take a look at them right now, Mike Ivesil?
Yeah, we got starting for the Sentinels here, number 7, Lincoln Sefferth. We got Jack. Whoa, they gave us the all-name starting lineup here just to go with it. Jack, we're going to call it Skrepsma. And then Landon Toten here. Drew Charlin on the backside was someone that we all remember from Kalen Ray from last year, Sean.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing this Forest Hill Central team. You mentioned some of these players. I remember Rocco Gonzalez had a solid game last year. He's wearing the C. Keep an eye on number 13. You touched on him before the game started. No doubt about that. And that defense pairing, Mike, boy, oh boy, you put Lipke and Gibby Grendel together. Those are two guys that can do some work from the back end.
Yeah, and they'll be on the power play. They'll be out there shorthanded. You're going to have Lipke a little bit back, but as soon as 24, Gibby Grendel gets that puck, he's going to be looking to skate it, Sean. He's going to be looking to get that puck ahead, get shots on net, very offensive. One of these kids that if you follow them online, you know he's going to be playing at the next level once the high school season is done. More and more kids coming out of high school doing that.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one. We're about 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from dropping the puck. There's a look at Parker Niebenhoven, one of the fine goaltenders for Marquette. Marquette coming off a 6-5 loss to up-and-coming Jeffers, and I had a chance to talk to Coach about that, and Coach Garrow told me, hey, listen, I got to tell our guys if we want to get to where we want to, they have to play a full game. You have to play a full game, and certainly I think they found that out the other night.
Yeah, and I think the most impressive thing of that conversation with Coach Garrow, Sean, was he really felt he did not have to do anything or even say anything after that game. Those players knew what their responsibility was going to be when they got to practice the next day, and they know what their job is to do in this game tonight against Forest Hills.
And Forest Hills, conversely, I mean, they have really toughened up their schedule in recent years, Mike Ivesil. And, you know, a lot of times, and you know this from your coaching days, a lot of times don't pay so much attention to the record. Pay attention to who they're playing, and, oh, by the way, how they're progressing as the year goes on.
Yeah, and when we spoke with Coach McSween over the summer, that was something he was really excited about, the level of talent that they were going to be playing against. So we might look at some of these numbers of these Forest Hill forwards that we thought were going to be having a better year. Against the talent that they're playing, they're learning and getting better every game. And when the spotlight's on tonight, someone like Benny Milok is someone you expect to step up his game every time he's on the ice.
Coach Marchand, I have to give a shout-out to him, Mike. It's a tradition now. He kindly gave me a box of Fig Newtons, which I'm going to tell you right now, Coach, these will be put to good use tonight when we're back at the Lakemore Resort in the hot tub, maybe with a steak, watching some college football. With
the squirrel in the hot
our
tub.
friend the squirrel.
Our friend the squirrel in the hot tub. We have to get a hold of Nabisco, Sean. because since I've been gluten-free, there's many things I miss, and Fig Newton is one of them.
I bet you could pull that off.
I would love to have me a Fig Newton. Nabisco, somebody at Nabisco, someone get a hold of them. Let's get on top of this and bring in the gluten-free Fig Newton.
Oh, I bet you could make that happen. Just a couple minutes away from face-off here. 2 ranked teams. Forest Hills taking on Marquette. So glad you could join us wherever you may be here on Game Time Live, the first of 3 games here. Happy to be here with my buddy Mike Ivesil, the best crew in the world, just great guys. Robbie, Chuck, Kevin, John Kidd, Kirk Hunter, and of course John Watson. John Watson taking care of us. Unbelievably so. I'll leave it at that.
We had many talks last night about where John Watson's performance this weekend falls in the history of sporting events. Call them upsets, call it what you want. Outstanding performance is what we're going to stick with, though.
This man has stepped up across the board. He really has. And most importantly, he's fed us. Let's get that out of the way right now. He has fed us. We're just a moment away from announcing these starting lineups and dropping the puck here in beautiful Traverse City. He's Mike Ivesil. I'm Sean Belegian. Thank you so much for joining us. We mean it. This is a special product here in the great state of Michigan, Mike. And to be able to do something like this and showcase some of the teams that are making this place special is a really wonderful thing.
Yeah, it's a conversation that we have all the time, Sean. We want more showcases like this where you bring the North, the South, the East, the West. You bring all these teams together in one arena and let some programs play that might not play each other and expose these kids, get the eyes on them. We've already had a couple conversations with scouts, with advisors, and guys that have some players out here that have the possibility of playing at the next level. And events like this is where you need to be if you want to watch the high school players that are going to be playing at the next level.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. We're watching kids move on all the time now, and we're watching the product just grow across the state, Mike. There's no doubt about that. It's always nice to see new teams starting to make some noise. Marquette's been a team that's been making some noise for a while. Forest Hill Central certainly making some noise for a while, but for every team that we use the term the usual suspect, you're watching teams like Jeffers or you're watching Bay City of the last couple of years start to make some noise and make a case for them being one of the usual suspects.
Yeah, and we're seeing that a lot this year. There's already been a handful of upsets of teams. They're saying, Jeffers who? Like, what's going on? And for us, Sean, that's an awesome thing to hear.
We will take a moment now before we drop the puck and pause to recognize this wonderful country that we live in. Here we go. Should be a dandy. Game number 1 of a triple header. That's right. You heard that correctly. Triple header today, 2 more tomorrow. The Forest Hill Central Rangers taking on the Sentinels from Marquette. And as I mentioned there, is number 35, Cole Kelly. He is on our wall list. Certainly a guy to keep an eye on. Multiple players for the Rangers are making a bid to end up on our Player of the Year list as well. We had young Milok on there, Benny Milok. He's a heck of a player. Shout out to the entire Milok family. Mike, I believe the number is 74. I think there have been 74 different Miloks that have played for the Rangers.
And all extremely talented, right? They've all put their mark on the Forest Hills program. And again, this is a program that I was excited about this summer, Sean. This is going to be a tough task for Marquette to keep them off the board.
Sheldon wins a draw back. Marquette content to dump it in, but Grendel takes over there. Take a look at him, smooth skating defender. Giveaway high slot, however. Marquette able to pump it back in. Blackburn back in behind the net. Sheldon taken over for the moment by Rangers, but Marquette still on it. Back to the line, kept in and sent in deep. Marquette getting the forecheck out there early, Mike, keeping the pressure in tight. Shot deflects in the corner. Grendel takes over there. Gets it to the line, but not out. Finally an opportunity to clear it. Still can't do it. Pump back in. Grendel says, all right, let's see if I can do it here. Lost control for a second, but his mate Lipke takes over. Lipke loses it. Coming in. Here's a break. Shot. Score! Seth Sandstrom, 53 seconds in, and the Sentinels strike first.
And I don't think you could have drew up a better start for Marquette after the game we talked about that they just lost. This is exactly what Coach Garrow wanted. That forecheck all over him, and then a little neutral zone pressure here that causes a turnover and puts Sandstrom on a breakaway where he makes no mistake and just buries it, Sean.
We talked about him in the pregame show, and he lived up to it. 53 seconds in, and Marquette on top of it again, Mike. This time, Rangers content to shoot it. Tip, so icing waved off. Now see if the Rangers can get a little something going there. Puck comes near side, just sitting right in front of the line there. A little battle. Look at the multiple bodies down there, Mike. Kept in by Rangers, though. Shot in behind Kelly. Sandstrom on it now. Sandstrom stops, turns, gets it to the line, but not out. Finally a chance to skate it out. Easton ball. Just kind of throws it into Rangers zone. Rangers take over there. Go D to D, out to neutral zone, but Marquette on it again. Boy, they got a jump so far in this one, don't they, Mike?
Yes, Ed. Forest Hills has no answer for the pressure right now. It is just grip, hold on, and see if we can survive this first 5 minutes.
Rangers on it again. Now it's Pond trying to get the forecheck going. But Rangers coming back the other way. 1-0. Rangers on top, or excuse me, Marquette on top early in this one. There's Gibby Grendel. Boy, look at that young man move with the puck. Takes a shot, comes to the line, just over the line. Lipke on it now. Puck right in front of us. I'm going to tell you point blank a blind spot. And now an opportunity for Rangers in neutral zone. But there's that forecheck, another neutral zone turnover. Odevero working hard. He's got his mate down there. And now Lipke coming near side, trying to relieve that pressure. Does out into the neutral zone. Forced to take over, there's Grendel. Look at Grendel move with the puck. One move in the neutral zone. On the off wing now, stops, pops. High, no problem for Cole Kelly there. Outlet pass just missing the break in Connor Stade.
It's going to be interesting, Sean, to see how long this pace of play keeps up. This puck is flying around right now.
Yeah, these guys haven't had a chance to breathe. Nearly another giveaway there. That's Sheldon on top of it. He's had a good first few minutes of this game. Puck lay there in the corner. Another battle. You could hear the referee say, play it, so they do. Promptly pumped back in by the Sentinels. Take a breath, everybody. We're not even 4 minutes into this game. You think these guys were ready, Mike?
They came off the bus ready, Sean. I think they were ready. They would have skipped practice all week just to get back to a game.
Here comes Sentinels. There's 4 of them now. Puck gets in deep. Trying to get in front, cleared away nicely by Rangers. They get it to the line and finally out in neutral zone. D to D now. Trying to start the rush the other way. Boy, this pace is incredible. 2 good hockey teams here, Mike.
Transitioning from forward to defense, back and forth, Sean, without missing a step.
Pass from the corner, didn't get through. Shot, score! Deflected in front. And I believe that's going to be number 22, Eastern Ball. The freshman that got a piece of that. Mike, we'll see on the replay.
Yeah, we'll see on the replay, but he does exactly what you wanted to do. They get the puck back to number 6, Nick Kutrak, and it's going to be get to the front of the net and get your stick in a position. And we don't have replay, but that was awfully close to the crossbar. The ref was in a great position to call that a goal. But kids, if you're at home, the puck goes back to D. Someone's got to get to the front of the net and cause a little chaos.
We'll wait for the official call, but for now we're giving it to 22. But here come the Rangers. Lipsky is shot. And that deflects high up into the net. As the coach brought up just a second ago, you can tell what the game plan is. Move the puck quickly for Marquette. And that's what we've seen early portion of this game.
And it's Forest Hills looks a little bit uncomfortable with the pace of play right now, whether it's not the pace they want to play or it's catching them off guard to how fast Marquette is playing right now.
2-0. The Sentinels on top. I believe that was 22 that got credit for the goal. If the boys want to correct me, let me know. Hard to hear in here. A lot of noise up here. A lot of excitement, no doubt about that. Now here's Lipke. Lipke the shot. Cole Kelly, no problem there. That's a confident goaltender, Mike, coming out, taking every angle away.
And that's a shot we've seen Lipke bury many a times in doing Forest Hills games, Sean. But when the goalie's confident, he comes out, he cuts that angle. There's not much to shoot at, and he just gloved that one down.
Big draw here. Lipke stays out there with his defensive partner, Grendel. It's now Rangers going to try to tilt this ice, but it's Marquette that controls the draw. D to D behind the net. Kept in by Grendel for the moment. Kept in again. Look at Grendel. Grendel moving on that backhand. Nice pass out in front. Just missed. Sabenga. JJ Sabenga was breaking in, Mike. Grendel nearly found him.
Well, he had his head up as he was going to the net, Sean. Saw him wide open and made a great pass.
Now here come Rangers again. 3 of them. They change on D. Into the neutral zone, taken over by the Sentinels. Saucer pass into the neutral zone, off the stick, and here comes Milok, the dangerous Milok. Milok stops, pops, off the backboards, comes out in front though, controlled by Rangers, knocked down in front. Another opportunity, score!
I couldn't tell if that got tipped in front by Milok. It looks like he's going to the bench first, so we're going to say he got that goal with an assist to number 17, who got it out in front. And again, when things are going hard, Sean, and you get that puck in a shooting area, do not hesitate. 17's going to turn around, shoot Milok in the right area. Did he get a piece of it? Looked like he got a piece of it. I don't know if it was Brzezinski or Milok, but again, when you're struggling, Sean, get pucks to the net fast.
Well, that's why Benny Milok was on our Player of the Year list. He looked like a bull in a china shop from the second he jumped on the ice there, and a huge goal for Rangers, Mike.
Yes, when you're struggling, Sean, you need your top dogs to step up. From the moment he jumped the boards, Milok was a man on the mission, and that's what ends up happening. You get to the net, you get pucks to the net with Brzezinski, and goals go in.
I believe that's his 6th goal of the year. Wins a draw there, back to the point. Milok did get the goal. Now it's the Rangers with some pressure. Forced out into the neutral zone now. What an exciting first 6.5 minutes of this one. And Milok's on it again. Milok spins. Milok throws it to the other end. Extra attacker on. Delayed penalty being called. Back to the point. Coming near side. Shot blocked away. Sentinel's going to touch it up, and we're getting a power play. Hey, Game Time Live is powered by Ulta Equipment Company. Ulta Equipment knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Ulta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction with industry-leading service and support. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ULTA.
I love pointing things out, Sean, that may not be the obvious. Milok came out on fire again on that shift. He got the puck down in the corner. He didn't have a direct pass. He rimmed that all the way around the defenseman and caused another scoring chance.
So power play opportunity here for Rangers. Back to the point, Tanner. Tanner, far boards, deflection in front. Oh, knocked away and cleared by the Sentinels. Some good pressure early on. This power play, Mike, which now has 1.5 minutes left in this 2-1 game. Trying to set it up now. But Sentinels get an opportunity to clear it, and they do.
It's funny how a goal cures all that ails, Sean. All of a sudden, passes are a little bit crisper. They're a little bit faster to the puck. They're retrieving the puck a lot better. They got a little bit of fight that back into their game.
Milok waiting for traffic to clear. He leaves it for Lipke. Lipke's having himself a fine season. Head up. Throws it back to Milok. He's going to send it.
Knew exactly what he was doing from the moment he got it. And when he got in a shooting position, as we'll see in a replay, he just absolutely buries it. But again, traffic in front of the net. I believe that was James Walker in front of the net causing chaos. Cole Kelly never saw that puck.
2-2. What an exciting start to this game. Well, I tell you, folks, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. This is a special place. As the Sentinels now trying to take that momentum back. Shot in front, oh, big stop there by Bateson. Don't know how he saw that, Mike, but he did. Another shot from the point. That one's deflected. Played the other way. Opportunity to get it out for Rangers, and they do. That's Cerny. Cerny leading a rush this time. To the line. Now it's Sandstrom. He needs to go off for a change. So coming back to collect that. Mike, take a deep breath. Thomas, head up. Looking down ice. Deflected into the end by Henry Vonk. Back in behind the net now. Here come the Sentinels. Home run pass just missed. Bateson's going to come out there and send it into the near corner. Oh my goodness, we're going to need oxygen after this first period.
I was going to say, someone might need to go down to the benches and let these kids know we have 3 games to do tonight. We're 10 minutes into this one and we're ready for a nap.
Oh, isn't this great? Backhanded into the D zone, but Rangers get an opportunity to come the other way. Here they come. It's Vonk. Vonk just throws it in. Kelly's going to leave it there as they were going for a change. So now an opportunity to skate it out. Here comes Sentinels. Renfor's on it. Renfor's with a shot. Boy, he didn't miss by much, Mike.
Again, Sean, when things are going right, you just put pucks at the net, and you never know what's going to happen.
Right upended in the neutral zone. Sentinels on it, but Lipke says enough of that. I'm going to go back and chase it. Takes a strange bounce, and here comes Sheldon again. Sheldon Back to the point. Point to point now. Shot in front. Oh, deflected dangerously. Kept in again. Another shot. That time blocked away. Heck of an effort to get it out of the zone by the Gibby Grendel, who already has a goal.
Hearing that name a lot, Sean. Another one we've heard in the last few minutes is Bateson really holding his team in here in a fast-paced game.
Come Rangers now. Spin move there. Pierzynski loses it. Oh, dangerous play in front. Able to get it out, though. But it's Rangers on it again. They pump it back in deep. Belkowski in back behind his own net. Belkowski outlet pass into the neutral zone, but taken over by Rangers again. Oh, Milok nearly lost it. Bateson had to come out. Puck laid there dangerously for a second. Bateson's had to look sharp. You're right. Crossover move. Can't fool Kelly that time. Just a wide. Coming near side now. And pump back in deep. 2-2. 5.5 to go here in this exciting first period.
I don't think these coaches could have drew up a better forecheck plan. Every forecheck, every pressure on a puck seems to be leading to a scoring opportunity, Sean.
Back behind his back pass, but Grendel has to come back into his own zone and take over. Nice move there. Another nice move. Grendel, outlet pass, looking for Lipke. Lipke on it now. Look at Lipke, looking like a forward shot. Kelly, no problem there. Hugged that post, didn't give him anything to shoot at. Now here comes Sandstrom. Sandstrom, off wing, backhand, just missed. Oh, baby, he did everything right, but Seth Sandstrom couldn't finish.
Not many kids at this level are making that move, going to the backhand and putting it off the crossbar, Sean.
Hey, Warrior Hockey is a proud partner of State Champs and the Hockey Player of the Year and Wall Awards. Warrior Hockey, breakthrough. Can't thank our friends at Warrior enough. My goodness gracious.
Something to keep an eye on here, Sean. Grendel and Lipke out there together. They love to push that puck. When they push that puck, you got to watch. Is there a forward back? And that's kind of what happened. Grendel was a little bit slow getting back on that last breakaway by Sandstrom.
Walker gets it to the line, finally just out over the line. Boy, they are battling for every square inch on the ice right now, Mike. What an entertaining first period up here in Traverse City.
And there's just no room. The pace and the speed of this game, there's no room for these guys out here, but the skill is creating these scoring chances.
Milok creates a turnover there, trying to get on it again, but this time Marquette on it. Spin move to get it into the neutral zone, but taken over again for the moment by Walker. Walker's going to throw it in deep. Sibinga, he's in deep now, working 1-on-2. As Rangers make changes to the line, but not out. Kept in by Thomas, deflection in front. Now a battle in front. They got numbers coming the other way. Vonk coming back. Pass comes across, just missed. Oh, Bateson had to be careful there.
It was a nice pass. The defenseman did everything possible to take that pass away, and he still got it across for a scoring chance.
Bouncing shot, no problem there by Bateson. He kicks it aside. Luka Thomas tries to get it out, can't. Kept in by Marquette, still on it now. Hard working down there is Blackburn. Blackburn sets up, nearly got a deflection in front. Well, I tell you what, Blackburn 13's having himself a heck of a shift here. Kept it in a couple times, nearly got an opportunity, and now numbers the other way, but Marquette gets a man to change. Sheltro comes on. He throws it in the corner. Picked up there by Sheldon, who's content to just throw it into the neutral zone. Missed pass into the neutral zone, and that's going to go for an icing.
Don't know if I'm more impressed right now, Sean, with the pace of play or the fact that the pace of play hasn't slowed down with only 2.5 minutes left.
Coach Hunter asked us, can the two teams keep up with the pace of play? I'm not sure the two broadcasters can keep up with the pace of play.
And the game plan is the same. It's a good forecheck to cause a turnover, to throw the puck at the net with traffic, and it's just wash, rinse, repeat at both ends, Sean.
What a fun first period this has been, and we still have 2:35 left in this first period. 2-2. Giveaway in the neutral zone, promptly given right back. Gonzalez content just to backhand it in. Tough angle shot, no problem for Kelly there. Now Marquette, an opportunity to skate it out. That hits off a stick, goes the length of the ice, so Grendel and Lipke are back there. It's Lipke with the puck, head up, tries to connect with his mate in the neutral zone. That was tipped as well, so icing waved off. But Marquette with speed, coming near side. Nice cross ice pass, promptly taken away. Now just going to dump it in towards Kelly. No problem there for Kelly. He's going to have to freeze it and get the face-off. Hey, Lakemore Resort is a luxury lakefront property located only 15 minutes from Traverse City. Each of the 7 homes feature state-of-the-art hot tubs, on-site boat rental, making it the perfect location for large families, couples, or corporate groups. Open year-round. Go to lakemoreresort.com for more information, and I will vouch for it. That place is beautiful. Milak off the draw. Boy, Mike, we don't even have a chance to talk with the action going on. My goodness gracious.
I was going to pimp a little bit more of the Lakemore Resort, but we're right back at the pace of play, Sean.
Milak shoots it in back behind the net. Sentos with an opportunity there. Belkowski gets it to the line, but not out. Kept in. Milak on it, deflected high up into the protective netting.
And I would say a good thing they got a stick on that puck, because if there's one thing we know the Milaks can do, it's been all of them, Sean, they can shoot like men. And that was going to be labeled upstairs and was going to challenge the goalie to make that save.
A minute 18 left here in this exciting first period. My goodness gracious. Puck to the line, kept in by Lipke. Rangers giving chase in the corner. 3 Sentinels down there trying to get the puck back. It gets to the line, but kept in by Gonzalez, who sends it back in behind the goaltender Kelly. In this last minute of an active first period, Lipke just shoots it in. Leaves it there for Anderson. Now coming the other way, Sentinels. Losing it at the line, Milak. He's got a couple mates. He's got 4 as a matter of fact. Drops it to Grendel. Grendel with another nice move. Rebound comes out in front. Oh, it just hopped over Walker's stick. He had a tap in, Mike, but it hopped over his stick.
And on the first probably big mistake made of the period, which is incredible at this pace, you got to get that puck deep at the blue line if you're Marquette. Marquette turned it right over into the wrong guy, Milak.
Look at this battle down there. Milak and 2 Sentinels. Puck comes out though. Grendel in. Grendel shot off the post. Cole Kelly grabs it off the post, and you could see Grendel bang his stick because he was vying for his second of this first period.
Sean, we mentioned it in the pregame here that Grendel's a player. Watch this shot. This is what I'm going to get to. He's a player that's going to be playing at the next level. This kid's playing junior hockey next year. He is hard to get off the puck as a defenseman, as a junior defenseman should be, and he shoots the puck like a junior hockey player. This kid's got a bright future.
Big draw here. It lay there for a moment. Sentinels looking to just kill the last couple seconds off, and they do. Oh my goodness gracious. Everybody get some oxygen, get a drink. What an exciting first period this was in Traverse City. Hey, coming up in the first intermission, we'll head to the State Champs studio for Hockey Time. It's Jonathan Kidd and yours truly break down the latest top 25 rankings. We'll recap the opening period as well here on State Champs Game Time Live.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else. story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us. We don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
Sean, your new top 25 rankings have just come out, and Detroit Catholic Central is number one once again.
Yeah, you know what? You have to put them on that pedestal. I think the last one that we did was very, very close. I had made the comment that I could understand if you wanted to say Heartland number one. I could understand that. And don't get me wrong, it's not like Heartland's going anywhere. They're going to be very dangerous.
They're number two.
Yeah, but right now, make no mistake about it, I think the undisputed number one in the state is Catholic Central.
And a big win over Orchard Lake St. Mary's over the weekend.
Yeah, and by all accounts, it was one of those games that, what else would you expect? The Eaglets played them very tough, but CC pulled away as the game went on. Came away with a convincing win. And, John, the last couple weeks, that's a good thing about the holidays. While you and I don't have a chance to get together to do this, you and I are chatting. Yeah. I know you've been to a bunch of games. I've been to a bunch of games. It was great to go out and see St. Clair Shores and Chip Valley on Saturday night. There's so much good hockey being played, man.
And speaking of Chip Valley, we covered them against Stony Creek. So what do you like about Chip Valley?
You know what? I think you start Cam Steskowski's a good-looking player. We've talked about him. They stayed the course. Early on in that game, it looked like that might be a Smythe Division game. And what I mean by that is, the 9-7, 8-6 game and everything, but they battened down the hatches. I think conversely, there are a lot of really nice pieces out in St. Clair Shores. I think they have the goaltending that could make them very intriguing come playoff time. It's about getting in that right space with their goaltending, though, because, in particular, Will Young's a guy that was out in the summer at the MDHL. I think the play is there. So two teams to keep an eye on, certainly as we draw ever closer to the playoff.
We have talked about Brighton and Heartland a lot on this show. In Livingston County, there is the Howell Highlanders. They are now up to 3 after their win over Flint Powers.
And I'll tell you what, you could make the argument right now that they might be number 2. With all due respect to Heartland. Keith Robertson's done a fantastic job, and so much of it comes back to goaltending. Lansky's been outstanding, make no mistake about that, but you keep hearing the same thing from everybody that plays them is they play the right way, they come at you hard, et cetera, et cetera. So Howell really is a team to watch. And let's not forget, John, a lot of youngsters on that team as well, so that makes them very, very intriguing.
So is there a lot of sophomores that are going to be juniors?
Yeah, you could play that game. We could do that old bit again for sure. But no, you know what? Hey, again, we've talked about it so much the last few years. There's a lot of good happening out in Livingston County, and certainly you never, ever can forget about Brighton, because we're getting very close to that time again, John, where we're going to sit back and say, well, it's Brighton. Nobody should be surprised when Kurt Kavisto has them popping a game or two that maybe a lot of people didn't see them popping.
And how about Houghton? They beat your number 2 team in the state in Heartland over the holiday break, and then they beat Brighton over the weekend and Novi.
I'm going to tell you right now.
And they're now up to 7.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mike is a guy that deserves some Coach of the Year consideration. He's done a fantastic job. Everybody talked about their losses. They've had so many losses really for a couple of years in a row. But I think what some people forgot to do is talk about some of the guys coming back and how they took the next step. I think Connor Arco is a guy. DeForge is a guy. More on him later. And the one thing that I think was the biggest question is who's going to fill the role of a darn good goaltender? And they're getting good goaltending right now. Look out, the Gremlins are back. I think people thought they were going to take a step back this year. Not so fast. The Gremlins are a team to be reckoned with again in D3.
We had two teams out on the west side that played over the weekend. It was Byron Center and Caledonia. We have heard a lot about Caledonia. We've covered Byron Center in our Game Time Live broadcast against Northville. It was a 4-4 game on Saturday.
And you know what? That is a perfect matchup because you have the established. Not that long ago, Byron Center was the cute team. Everybody going, oh, I've heard some good things about them. And obviously they fulfilled their destiny. In Caledonia, the Scots were the same way. Johnny, I'm sure you heard the same thing that I heard. I had multiple coaches from other schools hit me up and say, look out, this team's legitimate. How else was it going to end? A 4-4 tie. Byron Center's going to be all right. You know that's a team that's going to be a team to be reckoned with. But if you aren't in yet on the Caledonia Scots, you better wake up. There's some good things happening for them.
Last couple of years we have talked about Clarkston. They made it to the Final Four last year in Division I. They are now in your top 25 rankings at 15, and you also have Jeffers in the rankings and Midland Dow.
Let me start with Clarkston. You knew that they were going to get right. That's the one thing about the usual suspect mantra that we throw out there. They're going to find a way, and so much of it starts with coaching. I can't say enough about Coach Breyer. I've had multiple coaches, and I'm telling you, this rings for me. It should ring for everybody. When other coaches are telling you, look out for this team, look out for that team, that should tell you all you need to know, and Clarkston's backing it up. Johnny, Midland Dow, I'm glad that you brought up Midland Dow. That's a really good story. Take a look at what they've been able to do so far. I think they deserved it, John. And, another team up in the UP, man, and again, I'm going to repeat the same line. Multiple guys said, keep an eye on Jeffers. And Johnny,
they're 11-1 on the year. And to see Sean's full top 25 rankings, you can head to the website at statechampsnetwork.com.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
And welcome back up to beautiful Traverse City, where we are all catching our breath, including our guest here. We all were, after the first period, I turn around and I see our buddy Ryan Fedorinchek, one of the assistant coaches with the Bay Reps, and we all look at each other and go, what a great first period. This is what it's all about. It's showcasing all the great talent around the great state.
We've had some great games already. We're off to another roaring start. Mother Nature is somewhat cooperating out there. Nothing quite like last year, but we're off and running. Great hockey already. Looking forward to more tonight and even more tomorrow.
I can't say enough to you as part of the hosting committee what an outstanding event this is and what this does for the game, because we were talking about it amongst ourselves. This is about showcasing the game. This is about showcasing this great area of Traverse City as well.
Well, the best part about it, Sean, I think from my point of view, is it really kind of started organically. It started small. We didn't have any grand ideas. And each year we've kind of instituted some things here and there. We've gotten some interest from other teams. We got teams from the UP, Grand Rapids area, Alpena, Bay City, Saginaw Heritage, Metro Detroit. So we're really proud of where it's at. We think it can be better. But again, we're moving in the right direction. It's awesome.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing your team. Obviously, a big part of your team. He's been a mainstay on our wall list all year, your goaltender, Boynton Fisher. But tell us a little bit about your team. It's our first opportunity to get that up-close and personal look.
We're working through it. We're definitely a work in progress. We had great senior leadership last year, tons of talent. Losing those guys, big boots. You don't just replace them. But the best part about it is we knew we had Ty coming back. Ty's doing everything he can. We're working through it. We're finding a way to score some goals. We're focusing on defense. Really proud of Ty, his mindset every game. The best part about it is he's really becoming a leader. So we're moving in the right direction. We're looking to peak in February.
I'm loving every second of it. This will be a dandy. Our next matchup, Bay Reps taking on Midland Dow. Coach Fedorenchik, nice to see you again, my friend. Thanks for your hospitality as always.
Thanks for being here.
Second period action coming up next. Don't you go anywhere. It is Game Time Live. Everybody, you get your break, you get your water, you get your oxygen. My goodness gracious, what a fun first period that was. 2-2, your score here as Mike Iveso rejoins me. Here at the start of this second period.
Well, Sean, let's see if these guys got a little bit of rest in the locker room, hydrated, and can keep up this pace of play, because that's about as exciting period of hockey as we've had.
Have to collect it in the neutral zone with a glove laying back there, going back to get his own glove. How about Blackburn? Throws it in deep, giving chase down there. Hayden Turner. Cole Kelly leaves it for a moment, nearly picked off by Rangers. Rangers on it again. Oh, that pace in the first period. Can they keep it up? Lipke backhands it. Nearly taken away, but swept back in deep by Pajzinski. Jack Perzinski just throw it back in deep. Lipke does it again. Now it's Rangers with that forecheck going. Centering pass can't connect. Opportunity for the Sentinels to get it out. Nice check there by Gonzalez to keep that pressure in deep. Chip towards Kelly. He says, enough of that. I'm going to freeze it.
Yeah, this is the direct opposite of how the last game started down in this end. Marquette's forecheck, turning the puck over and creating scoring chances. Now we got Forest Hill forecheck down on Marquette, turning pucks over, getting them to the net, Sean. And right now it looks like the pace of play is going to keep up.
Faceoff stays in the zone. Wright is going to take it here. Number 16, Drew Wright, going to take it in deep. He's got a nice look at my score sheet there. That was nice. Penalty being called here. Touched up by Rangers. Looks like a cross-check is the call. Who are they going to get with the cross-check?
I say it was definitely a little bit off the play as we were following the puck. It went a little bit behind it.
Definitely cross-check the call.
Did he signal it was going to be number 5? Maybe a Magnus Kremer. Is that who got it? No, number 16's up on the board. Drew Wright is going to the box.
Definitely a Marquette power play here. As soon as the goaltender, number 35, Nolan Bateson, touched it, they blew it down. And let's not forget, Bateson had to make some big stops in that first period, Mike.
He definitely kept him in the game, and on the penalty kill, your goalie's got to be your best penalty killer. Let's see if he can continue to keep him in this game, Sean.
Sentinels win the draw, keep the pressure in. Hit the traffic in front. I believe that was Pierzynski who took that shot full on. Shot there, misses a wide by Belkowski, but kept in. Sheldon now with the shot. Lay there for a moment. Grindal with an opportunity to get it out, and he does. Just kind of one hand pushes it out.
It's not often you look at the penalty kill and both your defensemen are leading the rush on the PK.
Here comes Sheldon now. Sheldon with a little deke. Deflected on its way there. Bateson checks it into the corner. Kept in by Marquette for the moment. Now sent back to the line. Belkowski can't handle it. He's forced to regroup. Sends it back in deep. Timmer getting down there. That's Nolan Timmer, the junior, and that puck comes up and out as the play is called.
I've got my hand raised here, Sean. I'm going to say this is the first time I've seen it's almost like they've got the defenseman up top on this PK. Yeah, it looked like both of them, Coach, were up there, both Grindel and Lipke. And but when you trust your guys that much, you can put them anywhere, and they've got 4 top guys out there.
Puck lay there for a moment off the draw, but back to the point. Shot from the point. Blocked in front. You can tell that hurt Timmer, but look at Timmer jumping up in the rush. Weird bounce back in behind Kelly. Controlled by Sentinels. Opportunity to skate it out still with 30 seconds remaining. They gain entry. Shot there, didn't miss by much. That's Matilla. Back to the point. Coming near side dot now. Back to the point. Stepping up. Shot just a wide. Coming far side now. That's Sheltro. Sheltro with 10 seconds remaining in his Sentinel power play. Sheltro. Dot to dot. Coming out and making a big stop as Bateson didn't know where it was. Puck still lay there. Sheltro steps up, deflected. Another shot comes in, deflected. Boy, Nolan Timmer with 2 or 3 blocks on that penalty kill alone, Mike.
We started the first period with a ton of skill and pace, and this period's been block shots, block shots, block shots. You love to see it out of your skilled players.
Now an opportunity to come out. Timmer needs to come and make a change. Play called at the line.
And looked like a heads-up play there. You're at the end of a penalty kill. You got the long change in the second period. He didn't care whether he hit that red line. He was getting that puck deep. The icing stops the play, gets some fresh players out there. That was a nice play by number 15, Owen Ruffers.
Rangers win this draw. Fisher content to just bump it in deep. Belkowski gives chase, but it's called on the icing.
I think we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown here. Again, off a penalty kill, that could be what it is. But we'll see, as we always talk, Sean, the importance of these offensive zone faceoffs to regaining possession and creating scoring chances. Let's see what Marquette has in store for us.
Caleb Aho taking this draw. Gonzalez wins the draw for Rangers. Back in behind the net. To the line, but not out. Pumped back in by Sentinels. Pond throws it back in behind the net. Big battle back in behind the net. Aho down there. Couple different Rangers. Rangers come out with it. Oh, giveaway in front. Score! Caleb Aho.
Just a bad break right there. Guy coming out behind the net. He wanted to start that breakout. And just a stick on the puck here, as you'll see. Coming out, it's Grindel's had a fantastic game. And, you come up and you see that guy coming up the middle. In the recent years, that's been the play to make, and it just hit the stick. Tips right over on the Caleb Aho stick. And he didn't make a mistake, Sean, right upstairs.
So the Sentinels take the lead back. In case you're just joining us, they were up 2-0. And here they come again. But this time, Rangers, everybody back. Making sure they don't give up 2 in a row again. Sentinels had a 2-0 lead. Then Rangers came back with 2. Now Sentinels take the lead again. And they're on it. Shot deflected in front. Overskates it a little bit. It's not the mistake, it's the recovery. To the line and finally out. Giving chase now, our Sentinels. 11:55 to go here in a very entertaining MHSAA hockey game. Let me tell you, if you're just joining us, you've missed a lot.
Yes, you have, Sean. You hit that one right on the head. because the pace is picking back up again. They're going to get to see the second period what we saw in the first period.
Vonk sends it in the neutral zone. Sentinels promptly pump it back in, going for a little dump and chase action here, putting that pressure on with that forecheck. It has been unrelenting, this forecheck. Causing trouble again. Vonk knocks it off his own player. Sentinels still on it. Sentinels still battling, keeping the puck in. Boy, what a job by this line, Mike. And they're on it again. Back in behind the net. Twisting, turning, knocked down. Finally comes to near side boards, but sent back whence it came. Now it's Milak taking over. Milak, fine looking player. That puck deflected up. And Sentinels on it again. Cross ice pass. And I think this line is gas, and they needed to change things up a little bit for Sentinels.
Yeah, you hear Coach Carroll yelling, change, because the one thing you don't want to do is lose that forecheck and lose the game that you've been playing.
Now here's Walker. Walker dropping it for Wright. Wright with a shot. That's knocked away. Thomas with a little shot. Oh, it didn't miss by much. May have hit something on its way in. Back in behind his own net now. With his head up, gonna skate this one out. Pump back in by Sentinels.
Very, very effective forecheck still by Marquette. You can see the Forest Hills defensemen getting the puck, and they're moving a little bit faster than they're comfortable with doing, Sean.
Giveaway at the line. Sandstrom couldn't control it. Coming back and making a move now is Timmer. He's had a good game. A lot of little things out of that young man, Nolan Timmer, wearing the number 15. Now here comes Sandstrom again. He got things started. He has to go off on a change, so going back is Hooper. Into the neutral zone and promptly sent back in. Now it's Marquette tilting the ice, Mike.
Little things, Sean, that they are doing. They are changing on the fly so well and coming off the bench, firing and creating turnovers.
Puck in the corner, big battle there. Marquette on it though, to the line, stepping up, deflected, gets his own rebound. Oh, nearly came through. Bateson with a little shove there. Chaos in front, stepping up again, trying to get it through. Boy, what a shift here again by Sentinels.
It's a continuation of the last 2 or 3 shifts with this forecheck, Sean. It's just absolute chaos.
Sure is. Pond giving chase. He gets some help from Savola. Savola doing work down there. Finally, Rangers say enough of this. Fricano just going to send it the end of the way, and that is going to be icing. Hey, the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association promotes and supports hockey players and coaches to reach their fullest potential on the ice, in the classroom, and as citizens. For scores, standings, and player stats, go to the Hub, MIHSHockeyHub.com. There's a look at Doug Garrow, another one of those Marquette legends.
So it's for the little things we're saying Marquette's doing, coming off the bench, flying, line changes on the move. How impressive is that Forest Hills hasn't given up a goal or taken a penalty with all that pressure that's been on them in their own zone?
Definitely a more disciplined team that you're seeing out of Coach McSween. No doubt about that, as the play is called at the line.
Did we just mush them right there? We mushed them right into a penalty.
I can't take credit for that one. That's your fault,
I'm
pal.
taking full credit for saying they didn't take a penalty with all that pressure, and now we got, it looks like, a slashing penalty to number 13, Benny Milak. One of their better penalty killers is now in the box for 2 minutes, Sean.
I don't think Gibby Grandel liked the explanation very much, but Marquette goes back on the power play, Mike.
Yeah, and they possess that puck well. Again, they are moving the puck. They've got an interesting little diamond PK going for Forest Hills, but there's Marquette still creating chances.
Look at Grindel, one of the swiftest skaters you will see. Killing precious time off. Centering pass to Pierzynski. That doesn't go anywhere, and now Belkowski able to take over behind his own net. Number 9, Lucas Belkowski, the junior defenseman. As Sentinels knock it in deep, and they're on it now, Mike. Back to the point. D to D now. Stepping up, backdoor, scores!
Is that what we call tic-tac-toe passing?
Wow. Sandstrom, his second of the game, and the Sentinels have their 2-goal lead back via the power play.
When you can possess the puck and go tape to tape, you get that penalty kill all out of sorts. And look at that passing lane right there on the Sandstrom's tape. And Bassett can't get over quick enough to make the save for the top shelf goal. But this is where, Sean, when you're at games, you might hear parents yell a lot, shoot, shoot, especially on the power play. And I say, the more you pass the puck, the better the shooting chance you're going to get. That's a perfect example right there. They opened up the passing lane and got a goal.
Power play goal puts the Sentinels back up 4-2. We've already seen a 4-2 lead. Doesn't mean much in this one, as Marquette got out to a 2-0 lead, but here they are again. Continued pressure, Mike, in that Ranger zone.
Relentless, Sean, relentless.
My goodness gracious. Finally, Rangers with an opportunity to come out with it. Gonzalez sends it in deep. Cole Kelly's going to leave it there. He gets some help. Back in behind the net. Nice spin move there by Sheltro. Gets to the line, but kept in by Rangers for the moment. Finally, knocked into the neutral zone.
We had about the first 4 minutes of this period was all Forest Hills pressure in the offensive zone, Sean. I don't think they've had it down here since then.
No, they haven't. Savola able to come out now. Picking up some speed in the neutral zone. Now content to dump it in as Sentinels go for a change. Free breakout perhaps for Rangers. Here they come. Smooth skating. Gibby Grendel picks up speed. Look at Grendel on that backhand. Shot comes in. Cole Kelly able to push that aside. Grendel on it again. Boy, look at that kid move. Oh, is he fun to watch. Twists, turns, pass to Lipke. Blocked away by Cole Kelly. Backhand opportunity knocked down in front. To the line, but not out. Lipke high off the boards and back in behind the net. Now it's Rangers' turn to get the forecheck going.
But let's not be mistaken, John.
Oh, giveaway here. Deflected right into the midsection of Kelly.
You call it the forecheck that was getting going. I'm going to call it the Grendel that was just getting that going. That was a man possessed. If they could get a couple guys handling the puck and skating like Grendel on the offensive side, Forest Hills is going to be all right. But right now it's a one-man show.
Rajase Karen had a real good opportunity in front, and it looked like it deflected off of something on the right into the midsection of the fine goaltender Cole Kelly. But Rangers have a little jump here, just like they did, Mike, when they got down 2-0. But Sentinels say enough. Nice pass in front to Sansom. Oh, he didn't miss by much. Didn't miss by much.
Now, he's got 2 goals and an assist already, Sean, and he started that play with a nice body check. You got to love the full game that kid's playing today.
Here come Rangers. Kelly able to push that aside. Oh, rebound came out in front. Now it's the Rangers on it. Rangers controlling. Centering pass doesn't get through that time. Michael Cerny, the sophomore, with a good shift here to keep the pressure in deep. Now Sandstrom, an opportunity to skate it out. He's looking for his mate. Ball, he's got a goal. This one goes the length of the ice for the icing.
Just missed.
It's take a breath time again, isn't it, Mike?
Yes, just missed the stretch pass. What else would you expect, right? A turnover, and let's not hold the puck, retransition that puck. Let's just fire a stretch pass and keep it going, because you know what, Sean? This is fun.
Where else would you rather be on a Friday afternoon?
Not many places, Sean.
No,
I'm
sir.
telling you, either at this rink or at the Lakemore Resort.
That sounds
two of
good
the
to
best
me.
places here in Traverse City.
Home run pass, misses, but Milok on it. Oh, Kelly came out and didn't give him anything to shoot at. The dangerous Milok. That's deflected in front. Milok nearly got it again. Puck just trickles out over the line, but Rangers going to send it back in as Milok is buzzing. And my papers are buzzing. And my throat is buzzing.
Well. You know, I asked for someone other than Grindel to do some skating. Milok beats a guy, the defenseman, down the ice, creates a scoring chance. But something I want to take a look at, fourth liner by our line chart, James Walker just took his second straight shift with Przynski and Milok. So I don't know if that's a little line shakeup or maybe if number 5, Magnus Kramer, is a little shaken up, but keep your eye on that.
Gonzalez wins another draw, kept in by Rangers. Got to the point to Lipke, but pushed back into the neutral zone. Lipke has to start over. Lipke chips it back in, but Marquette with an opportunity to do it. That's going to go the length of the ice for the icing. Hey, at Lawrence Tech University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level college athletics can be your reality. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for a world-class undergraduate degree. Scholarships are available at LTURecruitYourself.com. Lawrence Technological University, so many good things going on. This game, so much good going on. That's going to be called with 3:31 left, Mike, in this second period.
Well, I don't want to mush it. We might see the pace of play catching up a little bit with a couple straight icings. Marquette looking like they're struggling to get that puck up the ice, but let's see, because Sandstrom's out on the ice here, and this line has been kicking with him, Matilla, and number 22, it looks like Ball.
Benny Milok wins that draw. He's on it again. Boys, he's been a force here tonight, number 13. Bull in a China shot. Puck kept in by Lipke. Now it's Przynski on it with Milok. Finally an opportunity here. They might have numbers. Good job by the swift skating Grindel to make sure Sandstrom didn't get away. With 3 minutes remaining in this period.
It looked like Sandstrom had a little opening for about a second, and Grindel said, no, not today.
Boy, can he move. I remember watching him in Farmington a couple of years ago. I think it was after his sophomore year, and the coaching staff said, you know what, we're thinking about moving this young man on defense, and I'd say it worked out, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, again, I remember you sending me out to Heartland to watch him, and you said, watch this Lipke, watch this Grindel. I believe they were sophomores, and Grindel especially moving from forward to defense, and I said he's got to work on the defensive side, which he clearly has. Offensive has never been a problem for him.
Oh, some nice moves here. Shot big, stopped by Bateson. Oh, Sheldon did everything right multiple times, but Bateson shut the door.
Just when you think maybe they were slowing down a little bit, you get Brody Sheldon going end to end with a couple toe drags to get himself into scoring position, and it took a big Bateson to stop it and shut the door.
This draw won by Marquette. Sheldon had it for the moment, but now it's right coming the other way. He sends it in deep. That's going to go too far for the icing with 2.5 to go here in this second period.
It's the fourth or fifth icing we've had here in about the last minute and a half, Sean. They're trying to get a little bit of rest, maybe slow that play down, but especially just make sure you're not making any mistakes. Don't turn that puck over, and icing isn't that bad as long as you can win the face-off like they just did.
Big battle behind the net. Blackburn doing good work. He cycles it back to Connor Stade, wearing the number 20, to the line. Deflected into the corner. Stayed on it. Near side. Sheldon in a battle down there. Gonzalez comes in for support. Sheldon picks it up. Sheldon with a move. Boy, he didn't miss by much. Bateson had to be careful there.
Another one, I don't know how he saw it, Sean, but he got a toe on that one.
Home run pass picked off. Knocked in back behind the net, and that's going to go up into the netting.
Yeah, again, just when it slows down, it picks up a little bit with a little offensive pressure there. by Marquette, and that was against the top line of Forest Hill Central. So they're going to make some changes, put some guys out here and see if they can end this period on a better note.
What a fun game this has been. My goodness gracious.
Well, the only problem is now everyone watching this game, the other teams, they got a lot to live up to, Sean. How are we going to top this with the next 2 games?
Marquette wins the draw. That shot deflected in front and pumped out into the neutral zone. Sheltro has to give chase. Puck comes back out and promptly knocked back in by Fricano. Sent back in deep, giving chase down there is Sheltro. Sheltro comes near side. Nearly a giveaway in the corner there. And now it's Rangers' turn to try to get that forecheck going, Mike.
Yeah,
keeping the pressure in deep.
John, I'm just sitting here watching Grendel. I'm tired watching him. The guy doesn't stop moving. His eyes are on the puck, and he's putting himself in position to get the puck, and this is what he's going to do.
Here he comes again. Look at him. On that backhand, he's hooked. He draws a penalty. Stays on the puck. And that speed, there's no substitute for speed, Mike Iversell.
Yep.
And he's got the speed and the moves, and he's also going to get a Ranger power play.
Yeah, that was like perfect timing. I was watching him on the blue line to see how he puts himself in position. And if there's a young defenseman out there, especially one that wants to be offensive, watch 24 Gibby Grendel, because he doesn't stand still on that blue line. His feet are moving, and Sean, I'm going to call it bobbing and weaving, though. That's it. He bobs and weaves with the puck, so he's always in possession in the neutral zone, and that's how that play started.
Draw one back to Lipke, over to Grendel. Grendel gives it up. Centering pass deflected and knocked out of the zone by the Sentinels. Waning seconds. But I'll tell you what, if anybody on our Player of the Year committee is watching, I think you all better take a serious look at number 24. This young man is one of the best players I've seen. And I don't say that lightly, Mike.
No, and I'm shaking my head next to you, Sean, that he has taken that next step.
Toss pass to Milok. Milok back to Lipke. To Milok. Back door. Couldn't connect with Grendel. Lipke with 3 seconds. Shot. Deflected Cole. Kelly says no, sir. Gets that glove out there with half a second on the clock.
And Milok drew that penalty killer out, Sean, to open up that spot. And he just missed Milok by inches. Or I'm telling you, that's in the back of the net.
Well, with only a half second on the clock, Rangers going to get an extra attacker out there. See if they can get a miracle here, Mike, with a half second on the clock. Because the chances of getting an empty netter the other way in a half second are, well, none. But there you go. That is the end of the second period. Again, deep breath. Let's all catch up. We'll reconvene. But after 34 minutes of play, what a game we've seen so far. Sentinels with a 4-2 lead over the Forest Hills Central Rangers. Don't go anywhere. Game Time Live action will continue in a moment. During the second intermission, we head back to the studio for our State Champs Warrior Hockey Player of the Year and Wall Award, and we'll show you this week's Coach's Corner Spotlight here on State Champs Game Time Live.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
All right, it's time now for our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. So, Sean, we talked to the committee over the holidays, and we're going to make some changes.
Yeah, this is how it works. Again, if you're new to this, we told you a few weeks ago that we would make changes periodically during the year, and over the holiday, we decided to make a couple of changes to our Player of the Year list.
And who are the two that are going in now?
Well, you could really pick a couple guys from Trenton, but I think the guy that stands out right now is Durbin. We saw him up close and personal when they played Stevenson. I thought he was outstanding. This is a guy that does a little bit of everything, one of the leaders of a really good Trojan team. And, the same thing could be said for Houghton. You could pick a couple of different players, but we decided to go with DeForge. And, it was interesting because I was talking to Mike, of course, the head coach up there, and he compared what he's doing to that of Patrice Bergeron. Now, I'll tell you what, if you watch this show, you understand hockey. Comparing somebody to Patrice Bergeron is a big, big compliment. This is a guy that can get it done at both ends of the ice, and that's what it's all about. John, on this list, you're talking about guys that play a 200-foot game, and certainly he applies to that. So, to me, no-brainers, no disrespect. Guys can earn their way back on. We've seen it before, but right now, those were the two changes we decided to go with.
And you can vote for Jace DeForge and Donovan Durbin on our website at statechampsnetwork.com. And that was our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. It's time now for our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. And we're going to spotlight the head coach at the Capital City Capitals, Joe Ford.
Boy, what a great guy. He does so much behind the scenes. I mean, not only for Cap City, but I think the game in general, not even just at the high school level. Fantastic guy, and I'll tell you what, you got to like what he's doing up at Cap City. They're a really good story. We had them ranked not that long ago. Don't be surprised if they don't find their way back in the rankings, but they're getting good goaltending. Sean Story's having a good year, and then Chase Potter's really leading the way up front. But it starts with Joe. Joe's a guy that gets the game, lives the game, loves the game. Big fan of Joe Ford's work.
Yeah, and just talk about also his work with the Coaches Association.
Yeah, he does so much for the game of hockey. I know he's done it at many different levels, but, when you have a guy that is so, meshed in with the game of hockey, doing some things for high school hockey and looking at it from what's the best interest for everybody. Boy, those are the type of guys that you want in positions like that can lead, that can help take this product to levels that we haven't seen. As good as it is right now, and it is, there's a next level there. And with guys like Joe Ford, I like the direction it's heading.
Yes, and they also went to the UP this past weekend. They lost to Calumet, but they had a good win over Hancock.
Yeah, and I love seeing those pictures. They do a good job getting all those pictures out there. I saw it on their Twitter account. I saw it on Coach Ford's Twitter account as well. It's a special thing. We talked about it on our last show, and I'm so glad that a lot of the guys all around the state have that opportunity to experience what is a really special trip.
We're going to make a special shout out to Easton Reber from the Cap City. He did the worm in the post-game celebration.
I think I pulled 5 muscles and popped my hamstring just watching that. But that's the fun that we're talking about. Get that stuff out on social media and let everybody know what a magical place high school hockey is.
So good luck to Joe Ford and the rest of the Capital City Capitals the rest of the season. And that was our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. It's time now for our Wall Award update brought to you by our friends at Warrior Hockey. Sean, we talked to the committee on the Wall Award over the holiday break, and we're also going to be making some changes to our top 10.
Yeah, much like we say with Player of the Year. And goalie was different this year, John, because I thought that there was a huge group of guys that could make a pitch, and a couple guys have stuck out. We mentioned one earlier. What did you say? 174 saves for Tice against CC. We can't look past that anymore. I mean, he is a big part of the reason why you're seeing Cranbrook near the top of the Division III ranks again. And boy, I'll tell you what, a lot of people talk about what's happening up front for Powers, and rightfully so, but they got a pretty darn good goaltender back there as well. And a lot of the guys that have seen Powers play, again, this is word of mouth from not only guys on our committee, but guys that have played these teams. Pretty hard to deny Clark up at Flint Powers as well. So again, you can make your way back on the list if your play dictates it. But
good example was Levi Pinello a couple years ago. He was taken off the list. He came back on, and he won the Wall Award. So anything can happen. So if you do get removed from the list and you get back on, your votes come back on. So not like you have to start back at zero.
Yeah, and John, to that point, you know what? We can't argue when guys are putting up the numbers, when they're playing as well as they are. And certainly that was a case. And right now you're talking about two guys that earn their way on this list.
You can vote for Blake Tice and Hunter Clark at our website at statechampsnetwork.com. And that was our Warrior Hockey Wall Award update.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
And welcome back to Traverse City, where your score in the second intermission, the Sentinels from Marquette have a 4-2 lead over the Rangers from Forest Hill Central. I love when you watch a team take steps up. And I'll tell you what, I'm not trying to make our next guest blush, but I had multiple coaches call me in the last couple of weeks say, hey, there's something special brewing up at Midland Dow. This guy knows a little bit about it. You will all have the opportunity to know about it as well, as they will be on Game Time Live. But let's welcome in Coach Kiefer. And Coach, first of all, thanks for joining us. Tell us about what's going right for your team so far this year.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate you guys having us. This is, for me, this is the second, third year having most of these guys. It's pretty much the exact same team we've had the last year. And they're just really buying in this year, so we're seeing that quite a bit. And they're just developing and growing and growing and growing, and it's paying off for them, so it's fun to see.
You know, it's interesting because one of the comments that we made on our show is there are a lot of hockey players in the Midland area, and whether they go to Dow, whether they go to Midland, whatever the case may be, you guys are just a couple years away from winning a title up there. I think sometimes people forget the amount of talent in your backyard.
Yeah, I mean, between both teams, it's fantastic. And from that championship year, we lost 14, but with the two teams, it's pretty much whoever comes is on the team. We don't have a giant pool that we're picking from every single year. So it's fun to get most of them and start to develop and see how they can grow and transition into, older junior seniors and what's, possible. So it's been a lot of fun.
Well, we have to talk about how you guys are ranked, but tell us some guys to look out for for people that maybe haven't had a chance to see your team.
Yeah, for sure. So we got, in my opinion, we have two really solid top two lines. So Nolan Harris, he's one of our leaders. He's a senior assistant captain. Ethan Menzies, he's a really solid center for us. He's our captain, great two-way player. And then on that second line, we got Remington Lowe, another senior who's super, super quick, and Caden Nemeth, he's a junior captain for us. So those are kind of our studs right now, and we're riding them pretty good.
Looking forward to seeing you, Coach Kiefer. Really appreciate the time. Third period action next here on Game Time Live.
Sorry, I took a little bit too long.
Third period action commencing here. What a fantastic game this has been. And I have a feeling, Mike Iversol, this is not going to be a 4-2 final.
No, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a whole lot of offense in this last minute of this power play, Sean.
Lipke over to Grendel. Back to Lipke. To Milak. Milak shot. Cole Kelly gets a stop. It lay underneath him. I saw a bunch of arms go up, but you could see Kelly keep that puck out and underneath him.
And let's give credit. Everyone's going to say he blew that whistle early, but for the position he was in, which was the right position for the ref, he lost sight of that puck. And let's be fair, it was underneath the goalie, Cole Kelly. But I've got to tell you, Sean, every time we do a game, I'm more and more impressed with the level of play we're seeing at the high school level. The passing is just unbelievable.
Lipke's shot blocked, but comes to the near side now, Grendel. Over to Milak. Back to Lipke. To Grendel. Grendel spins, turns. Back to Lipke. Grendel crossing pass to Milak, couldn't connect. Milak on it though. Milak still on it, score! Boy, that is a shot, Mike Iversol.
That, and to make it a verb, that's a Milak. Right there. Every Milak that has come through this program shoots the puck like this, and to have the confidence to do it. But again, it starts with Grendel over here making that play and sees it, and then Milak's like, oh, you're not going to take me? Watch me shoot this puck. And he just buries it. Doesn't give Cole Kelly a chance.
Benny Milak, his 7th goal on the season. He has really picked it up in recent weeks. And it's a 1-goal game again. Let's see if Marquette can answer this time. Gonzalez giving chase in the neutral zone. Crossing pass, can't connect. Sentinels knock it back into the neutral zone. Big battle right in front of us. Mike Wright takes a hit, but shoves it back in. Kelly comes out, no problem there.
And 4 checks in neutral zone, being aggressive on the puck. We got Drew Wright, number 16, started that whole play for Gonzalez. He was quick to the puck, put the body on body, and turned that puck over into a scoring chance. Kind of the theme of the game. Pressure the puck, turn it over, get it to the net.
See Benga with a big draw win there. Rangers pumping in deep. Walker gives chase. Marquette to the line, but not out. Kelly into the corner. Belkowski there. Absorbs a hit. Belkowski still doing battle down there, but Rangers got it from the dot. Deflected by something in front. Sentinels with a chance to get it. Oh! I think we're going to get a call right there in front of the bench, Mike, and I think this one might be going against Rangers.
Yeah, I believe number 9, J.J. Sabanga, if that's how you say it, I believe he got caught. Sabanga. He was trying to be a little stick on stick. He caught a little bit too much of the skates, and unfortunately you're going to see that every time. Stick in skates, guy fall down, penalty called.
And now a power play opportunity for Sentinels. A 1-goal lead. Sheldon loses it. They've got numbers the other way. Milak, Grendel, score! Gibby, Grendel, shorthanded.
An unfortunate bounce off a door or a stanchion in the corner here, Sean. The defenseman misplays it, and the guy you don't want to have the puck on your stick, Gibby Grendel, and watch the patience to go to the backhand. He's come down a couple of times this game, and he's gone short side. And you know goalie Cole Kelly knew that. He was leaning a little bit heavy on that short side. He held that puck, cut it to the middle, the nice little backhand. Bingo, bango, we're 4-4. We got a ball game.
Well, we told you it wasn't going to stay 4-2. We didn't think it'd change that quickly. Marquette with the first two. Forest Hill Central with the next two. Then Marquette said, we're going to take two back, and Forest Hill Central said, we'll do the same. 4-4.
Who's next? Who's next?
Centering pass. Oh, didn't get much on it. Sheldon. And here come Rangers, short-handed again. That shot comes in just a wide. That was Lipke trying to get in the action. Now here comes Sentinel, still a minute remaining. Belkowski just going to send it in deep. The goaltender Bateson comes out, leaves it there. That pass goes the length of the ice. Kelly comes out. He leaves it. 45 seconds remaining in this Sentinel power play. And here they come. Absorbs a hit at the line. Can't keep it in, though. Sent the other way. Kelly's going to have to come out again, perhaps. Time for one more rush here for Sentinels on this power play with 13 and a half to go. Puck taken away again, though. Guess who? Grendel. This time, Grendel just sends it in deep.
Sean, a game like this that's running at a pace like this really tests the depth of your bench. And right now it seems to be taking effect on Marquette. They're a little bit flat-footed and a little bit behind the play.
Milak sends it up to Lipke. Lipke with three men on him. Lipke, look at that move. Can't get it through. Grendel with another shot. Didn't miss by much. Now it's Rangers' turn to control the play. Nearly had his pocket pick there. Puck still lay there for just a moment. Finally coming over. Odevero. Far side now, Belkowski. Content to just throw it in deep. Bateson comes out to get it. Says, oh, I better move it quickly. He does. Grendel. To the line. Push back in. Marquette has to touch up. And here they come. Move at the line. Overskates it, though. Rangers coming the other way. 1-on-3. Gonzalez jumps up in the rush, though. Puck taken away there. Good defensive play in the corner. Now it's Kacharik. Kacharik loses it, and it's Timmer on it.
It's too many men.
Boy, they are fighting for every inch on the ice, and Mike, you are absolutely right.
I thought I saw someone jump there, and then all of a sudden it looked like there was an awful lot of white. But, Sean, at some point here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see an early timeout call from Coach Garrow. If there's one thing we know is the last game, they jumped out to a little bit of a lead against Jeffers and fell asleep a little bit. And it kind of looks like they've come out in the third period a little bit, let's say a step behind. Coach Garrow might want to wake his boys up, as we're seeing a little bit late getting his guys out right now. You know he's sending some message verbally on that bench.
Power play for Rangers. They have all the momentum. They also have Gibby Grendel to Eli Lipke, to Milak, back to Grendel. Grendel with a shot, hits something in front. Boy, upended right in front. Everyone looking around for a penalty, no call. Marquette fighting, Milak fighting. Milak with a spin move. Good hard work down there by Evan Matilla. Still controlled though, to the line, to Lipke. Lipke's shot hits something in front, I think off of Sheltro. deflecting. Back behind the net. Grendel to Milak off the mask.
That just hit him, Sean.
Hit him
that
right in
just
the
hit
face.
him.
Look at Milak, another move. Boy, Milak's all over the place right now. Back to the line to Lipke. Hit something in front. How long can Marquette keep this up? Grendel with a shot. Another shot, score!
Was that Milak coming off the board, Sean?
Milak. Again.
Yes, it was, and that is 3, Sean. The hats are going to start flying, and he was having a heck of a shift on the board, and they just fell asleep, and he came off the board and was all by himself for that rebound off the Grendel shot.
Boy, are these two putting on a show. They really are. Benny Milak and Gibby Grendel are putting on a show. And it's 3 straight now for Forest Hills in their first lead of the game, Mike.
And as we were talking about how impressed we were with the passing on that power play opened up a lot of lanes to create those chances.
Now let's see what Sentinels can do. The puck lay on the far side, I believe, under the player for the moment. That was Tanner. And back in the neutral zone. Now Timmer sends it in deep. Marquette giving chase down there. What a fun game this has been. One of those I better grab a drink multiple time types of games.
Oh, you're going to start coughing and lose your voice, Sean. We got 2 more to go.
Oh, I know that. Can't wait either. Let's see what Marquette can do. Coming with speed the other way. Renforth, he loses it though. Big race for the puck there. Walker on it. Shot comes in. Cole Kelly able to kick that aside as now the bodies are flying all over the place, Mike.
And it looks,
Grendel back on the ice.
It looks like Forest Hills is digging a little bit deeper into their forwards, and you can see they've got the legs a little bit more than Marquette right now.
5-4, 3 straight goals by Rangers. Puck comes into the zone. That's number 7, Sheltro. Able to get it out of the neutral zone, but here comes Milak again. Makes a move around one man, can't get around the second. Staying home there was Sandstrom. Jamison Sandstrom behind his own net. That puck is not going to be ice and deflected off of something. So Grendel has to start in his own zone. Pierzynski at center ice. He can't control it. Big race for the puck. Far side in the neutral zone. Chip back in for the moment. Lemire sends it one way. Now he gets it back the other. Gets it to the line, but not out. Finally, just over the line. Hooper doing battle right in front of us. Thomas in his own zone. Just chipped down by Gonzalez, Mike.
Forest Hills knows what they're doing. They know they've got the momentum going. They are turning and transitioning that puck into the offensive zone as fast as they can and putting the pressure on a shaky Marquette team right now.
Boy, has this been a fun one or what? And we're not done yet. You know the Sentinels aren't going to give up. And they're on it again. Deep in Ranger zone. Boy, look at the battles behind the net. My goodness gracious. Coming out winning that battle is Thomas. Timmer comes back. Lends some support into the neutral zone and able to get a change.
Right back down.
Sentinels now in the corner. Spin move down there, Sandstrom. He's had a nice night. Kacharik now. Comes near side. Near side boards, but not out. They have to give chase again to the Sentinels. Jamison Sandstrom down there. To Seth Sandstrom. Both Sandstroms doing battle down there. Also, just behind the net. My goodness gracious. They are fighting for ice again, aren't they, Mike?
Yeah.
Tanner on it now. Sandstrom nearly picks his pocket. Puck lay there for a second. Good support there. That was Vonk, as you're right, Mike. I think using a little bit of that depth are the Rangers right now.
Yeah, and you can see it getting to Marquette. They've got to have a forward step up other than Sandstrom right now. He's the only one when on the ice is turning the puck into an offensive chance.
Let's see if Rangers can get something going. Oh, giveaway in the neutral zone. Sentinels in between the legs. Can't get through, though. Vonk got the body in the way. Puck sent the length of the ice, and that is going to be an icing. Hey, take your game to the next level with Reaction Technologies, elevating athlete safety and performance. Follow them at Reaction Tech on all social media.
Well, Sean, 6.5 minutes left here. To say Marquette's been chasing it this third period is an understatement. They've really been chasing it, getting outshot 25-12 right now. They need something, a big hit, a big play, a shot on net to re-energize them for the last 6 minutes of this game.
But it's Rangers on it again. Rangers, after scoring 3 straight, backhand attempt, didn't miss by much, deflected, and the net came off its moorings.
And I think that's a perfect example of that step behind. You can't let that guy come out from behind the net and create a chance like that untouched. So right now Marquette's going, and I think the longer we're getting going here, we're going to see maybe a little bit of a timeout. Coach Doug Garrow's got to get these guys together to make a final push.
Aho with a big draw here in the defensive zone, but won by Wright. Promptly sent back in by Rangers and then sent back out. Grendel in his own zone. Starts one way, looks the other. Look at that young man skate. To Wright, up to Gonzalez. Has a man in front, Grendel. Puck couldn't get through. Sentinels going end to end. Can't get the puck out. Good work again, getting that forecheck going by Rangers. That's Timmer. Boy, Cole had to be careful there, didn't he? Spinning in his own end, Belkowski starts one way, goes the other. Able to get it to the line, but not out. Grendel keeping it in, Mike.
Doing a little bit of everything, right? Keeping the puck in, moving the puck through the neutral zone, getting to the net. This kid's been everywhere tonight, Sean. You've said it before. We think he's going to be on a certain list, maybe by the end of tonight.
Yeah, my goodness gracious. That is going to be called on the whistle, and an opportunity for Marquette to go the other way and get something going.
Yeah.
2 ranked teams have not disappointed here, Mike.
Not at all. And I want to give a little bit of a break here. I've been kind of saying Marquette's behind it a little bit, but let's be fair. This is the Forest Hills team we thought we would see when we interviewed Coach McSween this summer, and we were very excited for the returners, especially one Benny Milok. So they're up against the team here. Let's see if they can start it with this offensive zone faceoff.
The above aforementioned Milok with it, trying to get it out into the neutral zone, just misses his man. Now coming back the other way, icing waved off. 4:45 to go, an eternity to go, in a back-and-forth game. A game that sees Rangers on top 5-4. And they're looking for more. They got their first lead of the game, Mike Ivisill. Right now, 5-4. Sandstrom now. Nice play there to Ball. He's got a goal. Nice move at the line, but called on the offside.
And to say they got their first lead, Sean, but they're not sitting on it. They want to add to it.
Hey, there's always help wanted when it comes to high school game officials. Every year, over 1,000 new officials are needed. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so much more. Log on to MHSAA.com for more info. Grendel back out on the ice. Seems like I've said that all night.
Yeah, and when you got a Grendel out there, Sean, it makes it easy. These, again, are some third and fourth line guys, some depth character guys that they've put out here, and they feel comfortable with 4 minutes left to go in the game.
Backhanded in by Sentinels, but taken away. Nearly a giveaway there, but Grendel on it. Look at him go. Look at that young man go. That time pushed off the puck, defensive play there. You could see Sandstrom saying, hey, I've had enough of that. My goodness. Cerny now doing battle down there. Cerny gets it back, centering pass deflected. Into the corner. Sentinels get it to the line, but knocked back in by Lipke. Sentinels looking to alleviate the pressure. That goes into the rafters and is called.
And again, when we're talking about stretching out your bench and getting some third, fourth line forwards out there, Sean, then they possess the puck and keep it down in the offensive zone, so you really don't have to worry too much about it. Now with 3.5 minutes left, you can run your top 6 to 7 guys out there.
Gonzalez tries to win that draw forward, but controlled by Sentinels. Deflected in front. Gonzalez back on it again. Now Sandstrom, that's Kacharik, has to go far side. Going wing to wing, can't get it through, but staying out it is Savola. Savola on it. Trey Savola, centering pass, and it didn't miss by much. Aho had half a net to shoot at, but Gonzalez comes the other way. Kelly with a big stop. And that play is called touched on the high stick.
And you get down there, you get some pressure, and the shot just doesn't come, Sean. They've really been struggling. I don't know if they have but one shot this period. Marquette's going to have to dig deep here in these final 2 minutes, 53 seconds of this game. And again, we always talk about the importance of face-offs. Let's see if Easton Ball, the freshman, can get this going with a face-off win.
26-12, the shots on goal in favor of the Rangers. They have a 5-4 lead. 2:40 to go. Sandstrom has a couple goals. Does he have some more magic left in him? Puck comes near side, able to be kept back in. Sandstrom doing battle again. Centering pass, nobody home that time. Here comes Milak. Milak's got 3, shot comes in, rebound comes out. Can't pop it though. Took a strange hop, Mike, on Brzezinski.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're gonna get a penalty here. Sean, some call those shots on net. Milak had his head up. He saw his guy with the center drive, and he placed that pad pass right off the pad and almost created a rebound.
So, as Mike mentioned, with 2:14 to go, Forest Hill Central has a 5-4 lead. They are going to be on a power play. Not an ideal situation for Coach Garrow and the Sentinels.
Well, this is where you build character, Sean.
Grendel off the draw. Back in behind the net. There's Milak. He's got 3. Lipke over to Milak. Milak being pressured. Back to Lipke. To Milak. To Lipke. Shot comes in. Cole Kelly, no problem there. Brzezinski rooting down low. Kelly says, I'm going to hold on to that one.
Well, Sean, if some of the people we've talked to over the course of this high school hockey year said that Benny Milak might have started out a little bit slow, that's over with. He has been anything but slow and all over the puck today and creating plays. Very impressive.
Opportunity to alleviate the pressure that time. Sentinels do. Now the question is, when do they think about pulling their goaltender, Cole Kelly? Milak has something to say about that. Milak, look at this rush. On the backhand. Head up, looking, back to Grendel. Grendel over to Lipke. Lipke looking for that back door, not open. Grendel says, okay, we'll start over the process. Sends it in deep to Brzezinski. To Lipke, shot from the top of the circle, deflected wide. That gets to the line and just out over the line. Lipke has to wait for everybody to clear. He does. He pulls it in. He holds it himself. Gives it to Grendel. Takes a shot with a minute to go in this game. Opportunity in front. Marquette shorthanded. Have to find a way to take it the other way. And they do. Good rush here.
Oh!
Matilla gets tripped up. And I think that's going to even things up, Mike Iveso, with Cole Kelly coming out of the net, I'm sure.
And not only even it up, Sean, but that faceoff is going to come down into Forest Hill's zone. giving Coach Garrow a chance to call his timeout, I'm going to assume, pull his goalie, and set up a little 5-on-4. He just went from shorthanded to the power play with one rush by one Evan Matala. A nice play towards the end of the game, really gutting it out there with a great rush.
Well, there's that timeout that you were talking about, Mike. Coach Garrow uses it now. We'll reset everything for you. 5-4. That's the easy part. You've got 31 seconds remaining in the penalty to Marquette. And with the goaltender pulled, Mike, they'll have a 6-on-4 as that fresh 2 minutes is just up right now. In 31 seconds,
In 31 seconds,
you
you are correct, sir. And then that guy's going to be coming,
second guess me,
flying off the bench. So that was clearly my mistake. You know, you know that. So he's going to come flying off the bench. But something to watch, Sean, is that Forest Hills has run this little bit of a diamond PK that you see is very popular nowadays, and they've been very, yes, grade A. Very grade A chances coming on the power play, but they're very aggressive in their penalty kill. I lost my train of thought here. You guys up here trying to throw me off. Very aggressive. Will they lay back on the penalty kill? If they do, let's look for them to force this puck. I could almost draw this play up from watching Marquette over to Sandstrom on the board here, Sean.
Well, you know Grindell's going to be out there. Pierzynski, Milok, and Marquette trying to keep that pressure on. Oh, puck loss at the line. Pierzynski nearly got a gift. Here comes Sandstrom. He loses it. Milok now just backhands it in.
One last rush.
Let's see. Carter Bierling out there. Or check that. That's Belkowski. And now an opportunity over the line by Ball. He's got a goal. Another opportunity in front. Rebound. Goal! Sandstrom again. 9.6 seconds remaining.
And our second hat trick of the game is that puck late. Goal scorer, Sean, nowhere to go. Watch Sandstrom trail this play, Sean. He's not in a scoring place, but he knows it's the end of the game. I'm going to the front of the net. A save, a rebound, buried for his hat trick.
And it was that 6-on-4 we were talking about, pal.
That one that I doubted you on. I doubted you on that, but the guy coming off the bench caused the 6-on-4. That might have been, Sean, their first and second shot on net this period. The timeout used wisely by Coach Garrow. Very good out there. I got to tell you, our camera work is outstanding today.
What a game. My goodness gracious. And that is it for 51 minutes of play. Shots on goal in favor of the Forest Hills Central Rangers with a 28-13 edge. My goodness gracious. We're going to take a break. We're all going to take a breather. We'll be back for, as the French call it, prolongation here on the State Champs Network.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Senebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Metrics.
Well, do you want some more? Because we do. That's how exciting this game has been. Why not play some overtime?
Right?
5-5 game
And
between the Sentinels and the Rangers.
If you're at home, if you're at the third base bar or anywhere listening to us in this game right now, make your call. Who's winning? Who's getting the game winner, guys?
Grendel back in behind his own net. Will play 8 minutes or until a goal is scored. And the way these two teams have gone at it, Mike, I have a feeling somebody's going to win in overtime here. Gibby Grendel called at the line, just offside.
And there's a play where maybe Gibby was a little too quick. A little too quick to get it going and didn't let his forward get back on side, so we're going to change him up here. And what we have now is, Sean, this top line for Marquette out here and maybe a slight mismatch here on a wing here.
Well, let's see if they can get something going the other way. Pierzynski able to knock it out of harm's way, but Sentinels on top of it. Coming back and helping in his own end. Giveaway there. Boy, nearly a dangerous opportunity here. Here come Rangers. They chip it in back behind Cole Kelly. First one down there is Kaczorek. He's tripped up. Sentinel's just going to clear this, and that's going to go the length of the ice for the ice.
And it's one of those, especially in overtime, Sean, get the puck out, get it hard. If it's icing, we're going to come down. It's not the NHL. We get to change our guys. We're going to put our face-off guy out here. We're going to win this defensive face-off, and we'll see where we go from here.
Face-off deep in the Sentinel zone. 6:53 remaining in this overtime session. 5-5. What a show these two teams have put on today. That one's going to be waved off. Coming out to play that is Bateson. Leaves it in the corner, back behind his own net now. Coming near side. Finally an opportunity to get it out into the neutral zone. Can't do it just yet. Grendel trying to pick up that speed. There's that skating. Grendel draws two men to him. Just throws it in the corner, leaves it there. Now he comes and picks it up. Far side to Lipke, his D partner. That centering pass is picked off and sent back into the zone where Grendel has to start anew. To Lipke. Lipke with some speed, throws it towards Kelly. Walker picks it up. That's batted out of the air. Marquette content just to send it the length of the ice, and it's called on the icing.
Yeah, another long change here on the bench, so he knew he was at the end of his shift, and he got it out. But what I noticed there, we're on our second shift of overtime, and we had some depth guys out there for Forest Hills. It helps when you have Lipke and Grendel on the backside that you can trust them a little bit and have those guys. Now you have a well-rested top line out here to see if they can put one in the net and end it.
Sentinels get a chance to clear out into the neutral zone, just missing a pass for Sheldon. And that goes the other way for an icing, Mike, with 5:46 to go here in this overtime session of a 5-5 game.
So now we have a little matchup thing here. Forest Hills made a quick change off that line. Maybe they trust these guys to take the defensive face off a little bit more here.
Sheldon's going to take this draw. Huge draw. We'll call it a draw with Pierzynski, but Sentinels able to control it and throw it back in deep. Sheldon on it, on his backhand, to the line. Near side, a lot of room near side. Shot comes in, boy, traffic in front. Quite the battle, but here comes Milok. Milok's got three. Milok at the line. just a wide. Grabs his own rebound. Far side to Lipke. Backhanded in, back behind the net. Here comes Milak in on it. Pins that big body. Doing battle. Opportunity out in front. Oh, swept away. That was a dangerous looking play, but good job down low by Kacharik. Now Sentinels able to get it out into the neutral zone. Milak coming back in his own zone to clean things up. He's got a man breaking Lipke. Lipke with some space, drops it for Grendel. Grendel, low shot. What a stop by Kelly. And they've got numbers the other way if they can get it. Oh my goodness. Here they come the other way. Head up on the backhand. High slot shot comes in just wide of Bateson. Another shot. That's deflected into the corner. Lipke with a backhander to the line, not out. Now he's going to get an opportunity to skate it out. He does. Timmer just chips it in deep. Gives chase. Picks up the puck himself. Back to Vonk. Shot from the point. Deflected. Didn't miss by much. Gonzalez. Another shot. Timmer didn't miss by much. Oh, Rangers with a couple of good opportunities here, Mike.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye, Sean. This ice is getting really choppy.
Attempt. Gonzalez, another shot. Boy, how many more opportunities can they get? Cole Kelly with some big stops.
And a little gamesmanship
call
here.
It, Mike.
Ooh, look, the net is off the moorings. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Very crafty by Mr. Kelly there. But, Sean, something to keep an eye on. I was trying to squeak in all that excitement. Is this ice is really getting choppy. I've seen a couple pucks bounce. The puck is dragging. You can't do too much stick handling. You're going to turn that puck over, but something to keep an eye on. Milak went limping off the ice on that big collision before we almost had the breakaway.
Centering pass. Puck lay there for a second. Swept aside. Good job defensively in front of his own net. I think that was Aho that swept that out of harm's way. Now Sentinels look to get a little something going. But nice pass to get him breaking. That's Pond. Pond in the corner. Leaves it there for Savola. Back in behind Pond. Look at Pond doing battle. What a great battle that is. Back on it, Savola to the line. Sent in deep with 3:05 to go. And the whistle is called.
The net is off the mooring over here.
How that happens,
It's amazing how that happens. But
Milak back out there. You like to see that,
yes.
Mike?
Yeah, he had a little knee-on-knee where I think 3 Forest Hill players collided and it almost turned into a breakaway for Marquette probably about 2 minutes ago in this overtime.
Huge draw here. Blackburn's going to take it. Brzezinski wins it up and out of the line. Back in behind the net. Lipke to Grendel. Back to Lipke. Lipke up to Milak. He's got 2 forwards with him. Shot. No problem for Cole Kelly.
Well, I know it's overtime. I would like to see if Marquette can get back to what got them in this position and scoring 5 goals, which is getting that puck deep, pressuring the puck, getting turnovers. Then as they're getting the puck to the net, guys in front. They've got a lot of perimeter play right now. Again, I know it's overtime. It's a little bit tense. But if they can get back to where they were in the first period with the forechecks, the turnovers, and the pucks and bodies to the net, they might have some success.
Boy, shot right off the draw. Kelly had to be very careful there. You could see Coach Garrow using that home ice advantage and getting the line he wanted out there, but it was Rangers with a big chance. There's your last change again.
Yep, getting his top guys.
Change it up again.
And he's getting his top guys out here. Hey, you don't want to go down if you don't have your top guys out here, and that's in your zone. That's what you want in overtime.
Here come the Sentinels. Nice pass. Coming in, Grendel came back. Nice defensive play. Marquette's going to go on the power play, though. A lot of pressure. Shot comes in. Another shot. Didn't miss.
Oh! Sandstrom to the net. Another nice high tip by 22. The freshman. Easton Ball, Sean.
What a game. My goodness gracious. And you can see, take a look here at the replay, Mike.
But
throw it to the net, things happen.
But I'm yelling, get people to the net. Sandstrom's not on the net. He's off to the side here. Then he gets it. Now, I think 22. I think the freshman Ball got that one off the Sandstrom feed to the net.
That's his second of the night. What a game. I know the Rangers don't want to hear this, but there were no losers here tonight. And to the rest of the state of Michigan, you better be aware of the Marquette Sentinels and the Forest Hill Central Rangers. My goodness gracious, what a fun game here tonight. One of the coolest things right there, the post-game handshake. Mike, before we get out of here, I need to ask for your 3 stars, buddy. I know we'll get to them momentarily, but my goodness. You okay, pal?
I'm all right. That was something. That had me jumping out of my shoes here, Sean. There was a lot going on there, but these 3 players made it easy who I was going to have as my 3 stars. The game itself made it hard on what order I was going to put them in. And yes, Sean, give these guys a standing ovation.
Wow, what a fun game, Mike.
Yeah, so let's get started with these 3 stars. And I don't think it's going to be a shock to anyone, the names here, but I'm going to start with the 3rd star, number 13 from Forest Hills, Benny Milok with the hat trick. He was at times the best player moving on that ice. He created a lot. He did a great job. I'm going to go to the 2nd star, the kid that I thought could have been the best player in the ice the entire game, Gibby Grindal. This kid has made some strides from the first time we've seen him to today, Sean. He's definitely going to be a player at the next level. 3 points tonight, all over the ice. Great effort. I could not go with the number 1 star not being Seth Sandstrom, number 17. By my count, 5 points. He was Marquette's team.
Hey, stick around for our next Game Time Live broadcast. Midland Dow taking on the host school, the Bay Reps. The puck drop is sooner than you think. And you can check it out right here on the State Champs YouTube channel. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Beligian saying your final score in overtime, Marquette knocks off Forest Hill Central 6-5.
State Champs Sports Network is presented by Florence Technological University. You can play sports at the next level. Go to LTURecruitYourself.com today. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. Warrior Hockey. Breakthrough. The Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. For schedule, scores, and standings, go to the hub, MIHSHockeyHub.com. Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechsports.com for more information. Lakemore Resort is a luxury lakefront property located 15 minutes from Traverse City. Open year-round. Go to lakemoreresort.com to book your stay. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.